going on, everybody? I'm Mike.
And I'm Craig.
And you're watching
Two Wizards, One Table.
So today we're actually going to be going over something a little different. Toys! Miniatures. Metal die-cast miniatures from Dungeons & Dragons. Small, medium, and deluxe.
We have in front of us the Jada Toys Nano Metal Figs, Dungeons & Dragons die-cast figures. There is the starter pack, the medium pack, and the deluxe pack. And we're going to open them up and see what we got. Let's start with the small pack.
Want me to open it or you open
No.
it? You open it.
I got a knife. Okay, let's see. We got a 4-pack of Nano Metal Minifigs. Unfortunately, I didn't bring them with me. This company has made these for a variety of licenses. There's DC Comics. I actually have a Harley Quinn. There's WWE. There's Nightmare Before Christmas, Harry Potter. There's a number of them. But now they've done Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, let's dig into this and see what we got.
Stabby, stabby.
Oh, this one's not even taped.
Perfect.
Oh, it's ripped though. Let's do this over here.
Rip!
It's ripped. Alright. Let's see what we got.
Peace,
We
boss.
got 4 figures. Well, that's cool.
Oh. Comes with like a little diorama.
You could use that as a little background.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. First we have... Oh, let's just...
Really tough plastic. At least
Oh,
you know
my
that
goodness.
it's secured.
Let me get them all out. Jesus.
3 weeks later.
Whew.
That's a mind flayer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We have... Well, let's start with the Mind Flayer since
Okay.
you have it in your hand.
Yeah.
That Mind Flayer is actually inspired
By books.
from the 5th edition Monster Manual. As you're showing off that Mind Flayer, I'm going to pop this up there real quick. And you can see that it is the exact, very similar Mind Flayer. He's in a different position, but it's the same.
Can you go over these and paint them once again, add a little detail if you want? Absolutely.
Yeah, these are not high
Yeah.
quality. I had meant to have a miniature here to show you also. These are a little taller, a little bigger than your standard D&D minis. They're not meant to be used as minis. They are... let me tell you what the box said. I can't... Let me read it on the big box. Caution. Heavy collectible figure not meant to be played with as action figure. So they don't actually intend these as toys. More so as collectibles.
Yeah.
But let me say also, I forgot, $4.93 at Walmart. These are all Walmart exclusives, and they're all tremendously inexpensive. At times, I have not seen the Dungeons & Dragons ones this way, but at times you find them as individuals, and they're like $1. I've never seen the Dungeons & Dragons done that way, but I've seen some of the DC Comics ones and some of the Harry Potter ones done that way. The Dragonborn Cleric. The Dragonborn Cleric...
He looks like a Dragonborn fish sword man. Like his
Yes.
sword looks like a fish.
That's because you lose the detail again, but if you...
Dragonborn fish slayer.
If you look up the Dragonborn in the 5th edition Player's Handbook, okay, you can see it's the same. This is a depiction of this same character. The coloring, the possessions are all the same. But you can see that there's very little detail there. Here it appears to be a dragon's head, and it's inlaid with some blue gems and whatnot. Now, of course, you could try to add more detail to that if you'd like. Human Fighter, he's got a little more detail in his armor. You know, I think, like, you're talking about customizing them. You know better than I, because I don't do this stuff. I know it all theoretically. But theoretically, maybe a color wash would show the detail in the armor more.
Gives like a shadow representative between the different layers.
And he is the human fighter is a representation of the fighter from page, I think that's 76. I can't read it from here. Yeah, the 5th edition Player's Handbook again. You can see he's got the shield and sword, the same armor, same hairstyle, same color, and everything.
And of course, too, is like if you guys have the book as well, at least you have a good guide if you're wanting to do color matching, things like that.
Oh, sure. I hadn't even thought of that because I'm not the miniature painter. And the fourth one in the starter set is Dritz Doradin. He's a Drow Elf Ranger. Many of you may be familiar with Dritz from various Forgotten Realms novels or video games. Baldur's Gates come to mind. Neverwinter. I believe he at least makes an appearance in most, if not all of those. He's actually been a staple of the Forgotten Realms since his introduction in the Icewind Dale trilogy in 1988. That's how long Dritz has been around.
Perfect. Well, since that took you
I think we're going to...
we'll do a quick edit. That way we'll open it off
What we'll do
so
is we'll show you this one real quick, and we'll cut it open and tell you what we got. Okay, so now we've got the medium pack opened up. This is the background from inside the box. These are very cool. Each one is different, and you could use them as some kind of backdrop. Unfortunately, they got the holes because these actually were tied in here with twist ties. This thing was forever to open, so I'm glad we turned that camera off.
Yeah, it took forever.
All right, so this one has 5 figures, 4 regular size and a medium. Let's just start with the medium because that's what you want to see. The Beholder.
Behold the Beholder.
He has a little stand. The stand has a little curve in it, so that he can face down. You know, like he's...
He look down on you.
Yeah, he's looking down on you. Now, if you balance it right, you can get him to sit at a more upward angle, but often if you bang it or if you shift it around, you see he spins down, it faces down. but for display purposes, that's nice. The Beholder is not based on any particular Beholder image. There's a little flexibility to the eye stalks.
Yeah, and it is a different material. It's going to have your bendable kind of
more
like
rubbery.
PVC
Yeah,
rubber.
PVC, yeah.
But the body itself is die-cast metal. Is because I can only imagine them trying to glue all of these in as metal and hoping to God they don't bend, break.
Yeah, right. Again, loose items like that in shipping and in packaging. Tearing that apart, I would have broken 2 of those off just taking it out of the package if those were metal.
Let's do the Orc Paladin.
The Orc Paladin. The Orc Paladin is again inspired by one of the images in the 5th edition Player's Handbook. This would actually be, and this caught me off guard when I was looking this stuff up, this would actually be the Paladin entry, is the Orc Paladin. And you can see that this one is a representation of the same one in the image. It doesn't have all the detail on the shield, but it has some detail on the shield.
Does that have the fist? It does have the hand on it. And you could potentially freehand some of these details and stuff. They do give you enough room.
He doesn't have
intermediate to experienced painters.
It doesn't have the trim color on the cloak, but just something I noticed. You know,
it's like they do these in just 3 colors, maybe 4 max.
Yeah, but our point is, with just a little bit of work, a little bit of time, you can make these infinitely better.
You can make these really nice if you spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
And they're great to train you on as well. So I would recommend them.
And I really think we should do a small video like that.
I think we will. We'll take these and then, I'll teach you how to paint.
Right.
And it's relatively simple, and we'll record that and show you guys.
Sure.
Anybody can do this. You don't have you don't wake up one day and you're just like, I am the greatest painter of miniatures for the rest of my life.
Like anything, it takes practice.
Yeah.
And you'll see when we do the video. Don't be put off if you don't think you have talent or if you don't think you have a steady hand, because I am both of those things, and I'm going to be sitting here and he's going to try to teach me how to paint, so we see how that goes. All right, so this one is the Tiefling Paladin. Mm-hmm. Some say Tiefling. I prefer Tiefling. I don't know what I'm not sure which the proper pronunciation is, but
Tieflis.
Yeah. This is not based on any particular image that I could locate. But it's a pretty typical tiefling.
I found it fascinating for a tiefling to be a paladin.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, in 5th edition, paladins don't have to be lawful good the way they were in the past. They just have to serve a cause.
Right.
And it could be a downright evil cause.
Yeah.
Okay, but
unholy tiefling paladin.
They have to, honestly, with all of their being, serve a cause.
Yeah.
So, pretty much anybody could be a paladin with the dedication behind it.
Which I find it awesome. It's interesting.
I like that they included the little loopy tail in the in between the legs, and you can see it in the back of the cloak.
Yeah. Painting's a little off, but whatever.
But touch up. It's a nice little detail that they added, though. And again, the armor has a little bit of detail, but not much. And
you actually already have your metal coat and paint already, so you don't really even have to worry about that.
And then we got the, an elf bard.
Yeah.
Alright, the elf bard is again inspired by, this would be the bard picture on
the ukulele of
page 51 of the player's handbook. Of course, this one's going to be on the opposite side. Let's try to do that. Yeah, and you can see the coloring is all the same. The musical instrument, in the figure, they just made it a basic black. But they were nice enough to differentiate a hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, on this particular one, again, I would want a little bit of touch up at the very least, just to make that weapon and the instrument and the hand more distinguishable.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a good representation, color-wise, and the face actually has a little more detail to it than some of the other faces do.
Yeah.
You can make out a distinct nose and even a mouth on this one.
And the eye sockets are actually sunken in.
So this one, facially, this one has much more detail than some.
I wouldn't.
The last one in the medium pack is Minsk and Boo. Minsk is a human ranger. Let me check my notes. Sorry. A human paladin. And Boo is his otherworldly little creature, which I don't see on there, but the box claims it's Minsk and Boo.
It's on his shoulder.
It might be a little thing on his shoulder that is colored the same as his cloak.
They're like, it's too small a detail, we're not doing it.
Yeah, my eyesight isn't what it used to be, so I can't even make out if there's any detail on there.
Like a little mouse.
I'm not familiar he's kind of a little mouse thing. Minsk is, again, a character, might be familiar from some of the Forgotten Realms fiction and from some of the Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate videos.
Looks like they got purple paint on his head.
He has markings on his head.
Oh, okay.
He has purple markings on his head.
I'm not familiar with the character, so there's that.
Yes, okay. So that was the
medium set.
And now we're going to
cut again and do the large one.
Open up the deluxe pack. Look at that. Ooh. All right, we'll be right back.
Flaming Dragon.
Let's first talk about before we get to that.
We'll get to him soon.
Because we've already kind of babbled about both the human fighter and the tiefling paladin.
Yeah, they do have one variant. Or two variants, sorry.
They may look familiar.
Just a touch.
So we're not really going to say much about those. They're the exact same figures in different colors.
Yeah.
So we've already spoken about those.
So
let's do the Drow Elf Rogue. Or he might be a Drow Elf. I've been playing since 1981, and in the early 80s when it was introduced, we all said Drow. I don't know if that's proper.
We'll go with Drow.
I like this one.
It reminds me of the Wanderer from Diablo 2, the Dark Wanderer.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was just like, yeah, Dark Wanderer.
I wasn't able to find any particular image that he was based on, but I really like the coloring of the cloak. I like the fact that they added the gold trim.
And all you would have to do to this is literally wash it, maybe base it. That's about it.
Yeah, just to give it some more depth. And overall, that one's pretty solid. I like that. But I just realized I never mentioned that medium pack. Again, it's a Walmart exclusive for $9.84. That was the Beholder and the 4 figures. This is the deluxe pack, which is also a Walmart exclusive, $14.92. When I first discovered all of these, I bought them and they sold out, like literally in the same night. And the next day I saw this set on for $40 on eBay. Just wait. If we're not in stock at Walmart, they will be again. Our local Walmart has them on the shelves. I just want to make sure to mention all of that. Then we have the Dwarf Cleric. Again, not inspired by a particular image that I could find. He's got his hammer. His beard, his long beard that goes below his crotch. Look at that. You see that? His hair,
Pretty slick.
now, are you all familiar with the term hair helmet?
Or helmet hair?
Or helmet hair. That
Yeah, there's really no detail.
there's no detail, no definition to that hair.
So
at
if you're
all.
trying to add detail to it, you might be taking a knife to it and cutting your own grooves.
Even the tiefling hair
Yeah.
is pretty smooth, but has some detail to it.
Yeah, the hair is something left to be desired.
So finally, we have the Red Dragon. This thing's got some weight to it. It's got some nice wings, but the wings are not metal.
Yeah.
The wings, they came attached, as you saw in the box, but they are some sort of
Bendable
plastic.
piece of plastic.
Yeah. Not only are they bendable, but you can potentially move them. Limited movement, but you
Yeah.
can potentially move them.
If you really want to mold and shape them, I recommend a heat gun, heat them up, and then rapid cool them with just cold water. But yeah, you could kind of give them like the flap and the curl, and maybe even like offset it just a touch. But
I
don't
like the
force
wings.
it.
I like the way the wings came out. There's a lot of nice detail
Yeah,
in them. I like the little claws.
a lot of nice detail.
There's a lot, even areas that don't look like they have detail. There is more detail than you think. Like if you just go down his tail, there are bumps along the tail in random spots. And I'm not even sure the camera can pick it up, but even on the inside, here they have all sorts of musculature detail in this one.
Like the muscle groupings
Yeah.
and the anatomy of a dragon.
Yeah, and even the underscales, sorry, literally run the length of the dragon.
Which is nice. You don't normally see that.
Yeah, I was about to say with the exception of the copyright info, because that's, or trademark, that's usually there. It's not even there. They put it on the bottom of the foot.
Which is a plus.
He might be a little too shiny.
Yeah. I mean, which you can fix with like a matte overcoat. Just like a clear coat matte finish, and you'll take a lot of that gloss away, so you have a nice, robust red, but without all the shine. But for what you pay to get a dragon like this
That was
in die cast,
$15.
Yeah.
Plus you get 4 more figures.
Most figures, just standard figures, go for anywhere between 10 and 15.
I mean, the dragon, again, just like the Beholder, if I have occasion to use a small or medium red dragon in my campaign, I very well might use that as my miniature in my game.
If you're wanting something super high detail, you're going to pay a premium for it.
Sure.
But then you also have to paint it.
Yeah.
So, for quick painting, die cast metal, and it's already out of the box, ready to go. Some of them are actually artwork pieces from the actual books.
Yeah,
You
I
honestly
love
can't argue
that
with
they're interpretations of the artwork from the book. I wish the
Relatively solid.
I
for
wish
the
the
dollar.
Dragonborn had more detail in that dragon
The
bone
fish?
thing. In the fish, yes. In the fish.
I'm pretty sure
absolutely.
I would take a Dremel and kind of tear that thing up just a little bit,
Yeah.
just to make it not look like a fish.
My personal favorites.
It does. It looks like a fish.
These are my personal favorites.
Yeah.
The dragon, the beholder, the mind flayer, and the drow elf rogue.
Yeah. Like, hands down, my favorites. Close runners. I would honestly say the tiefling paladin, the orc paladin.
I think I wouldn't have much use for it the way in our games, but the I think the elf bard was done very well.
Yeah, that would actually be right up there with them.
But that's something that in my game I wouldn't have much use for. Nobody likes to play a bard in my game. We're a bunch of old school though. Bards are super popular with the younger people nowadays.
They are. Stop raping everybody.
Yeah, right.
I understand you want to be a rock star, but roofies aren't a part of the mechanics. Stop it.
No. Don't make anyone at your table uncomfortable.
Stop doing that.
But yeah, the tieflings.
Or we're gonna kill you for the dungeon master. We're gonna kill you quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right.
You're gonna be singing your own tune.
Right. It's like you see those stories about or memes about like try to charm the dragon, rolled a natural 20, and now we're married.
Yeah. It's like Donkey from Shrek at that point. Like.
So the end of October filming this, they are still available.
Mm-hmm. Get them while you can.
They're basically $5, $10, and $15 for the 3 different packs.
If you want to keep them in the box, great. No judgment. I would. But if you want to try something for a low dollar amount where it gives you a solid idea, if you want to expand your painting skills, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, and then you don't feel bad. It was all like worst case scenario. You go spend another $5 and get all brand new ones, or strip them down and make them bare metal.
I was wondering how hard it would be to strip these down.
Yeah, well, a little bit of paint thinner and a time watch, like you'd be fine. I mean, they're metal. You don't have to worry about the plastic melting.
Right.
Unless you put, like, the beholder stand in there, but you should not do that.
Right.
Do not put plastic in acetone or...
Nope. I've heard of people trying to de-ink dice with acetone. Do not do that unless you are 100% sure what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are 2 wizards and 1 table. And subscribe and like. And share, and I want to play with these.
Yeah, I know, right? Behold my dragon beholder.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram, all that good stuff. Of course, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. If you didn't like the video, please smash the thumbs down with your face on your keyboard.
And in the comments, come on, let us know what you want to see us do.
Yeah.
Let us know if you got these toys and what you think of them.
Yeah. If you have these and you like them and you have something that you want to share about it, please tell us.
Yeah.
Because we like them, you might hate it.
Tell us about how your cat chewed off all the tentacles from the beholder and loves to now roll the beholder around the room on the floor.
I would pay good money for that video.
Yeah, that would be that would be fun.
The new viral D&D cat. Like, done.
No, they don't pull it out real easy.
I thought you just broke it.
Nope, I was going to try to pull it out. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And keep the madness rolling on the tabletop.
Catch you guys next time.